The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by the Lake House Restaurant in Richfield Springs.
Welcome back, everyone, and good morning. We have very pleasant conditions right now with just partly cloudy skies. Some areas seeing fog, but most of it is already starting to lift, and we'll have a great start to the day. But by the afternoon, we're expecting to start seeing those showers and storms starting to pop up. Let's take a live look outside at our Carbone Auto Group tower cam. Most of the fog has already lifted. We're just looking at clouds over the city of Utica. Very pleasant outside with cooler conditions, but that doesn't last long as we head into this afternoon. We're expecting a very hot day. Let's take a live look at our Storm Tracker 2 radar and satellite, sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan. Just a few clouds over most of us, but we're starting to see some activity pop up off to the west. This is moving east, but as you can see, it's falling apart pretty quickly. We don't expect to see too much rain until the late afternoon and early evening. That's when we're going to start seeing those isolated storms pop up. And again, even though we will only have a few small isolated ones, don't underestimate their intensity because some of them could be fairly strong, with mostly flooding is their biggest threat because we'll have such heavy rainfall, and that could create low visibility and pooling on the roads. So if you're going to be traveling anytime throughout the afternoon and evening, just keep an eye on the skies for those storms. Starting off cool right now, 66 degrees for Larry in Salisbury, 63 for Mike in New Hartford, 60 degrees for George in Glenmore. Heading down to the Southern Valley, still very cool outside, 67 for Stuart in Cooperstown, 64 for Deb in Hartwick, and 63 for Mark in Milford. However, this cool weather is not going to last long. Today, we're going to rise into the mid to upper 80s, and that continues for Monday and then Tuesday in the mid 80s, low 80s by Wednesday. It's going to be a very hot week in general. We don't cool down until Thursday, but at least that continues until next weekend. We're looking at a cooler weekend. With the heat also comes the humidity, and when you factor those two things together, the heat index is what it feels like outside. So for the next couple of days, it's going to feel like it's in the low 90s. So take extreme caution, drink lots of water, and don't be outside too long if you are heat sensitive. This also continues for Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to start to feel very hot outside. Right now, starting in the mid 70s with a few clouds as we head into later today. By noon, temperatures in the low 80s with still just clouds over us. But as we head later into the afternoon and early evening, we're going to start seeing those storms popping up, with some being locally heavy, but these blow throughout the evening very quickly. Dry conditions overnight into Monday with clouds for the morning. For the rest of today, starting in the 70s, reaching the mid to upper 80s with those storms, and then later this evening will dry out with temperatures dropping down into the mid 60s. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Rain sticks around for the first part of the week, but the second part, for the Great New York State Fair, looks like great conditions. Here's a look at your trivia question. What is the greatest rainfall amount that a tropical storm dropped?
Let's eliminate B. I know it's not B, right? I'll go with A.
It is A.
Thank you.
21 feet. You got that one right.
Yeah,
We
2
broke
for
the
4 this
losing
weekend.
streak.
Not too bad.
No.
Yeah, better than last.